Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Ballard with me, guys. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kansas State's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each off.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Horned Frogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was a...
There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Cobb. Buys a little time. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Booker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Shelton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Now on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight ends set on 3rd and goal. Searching forward on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Back to throw, it's Cobb. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now is 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that early. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab down the middle. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. And the Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Southern Miss. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field is Cobb. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Kansas State pushing the pace.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Turns it on at midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Works the middle of the field. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to pass. That pass is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hill. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Kansas State trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Offense in a split backfield. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying play action. Working that left side now.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Cobb. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Got a man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yes.
Turning it on! All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Running to Green. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the punishment has been extended.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Southern Miss. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got a man. It's Porter. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Cobb. Dumps it off in the flats. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Missed the connection on second. Now looking at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in. It's Porter. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick completion on the out. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! On to attempt the try.
Victor is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hill. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Cobb. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They go to the ground. Makes his man miss. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw that football into the ground. Don't take a sack and now back yourself up and make it harder.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He's trying to get it in. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's going to bring this one out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking for a man. It's Mahan. He's got his man across the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Bell. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Fires to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle with Step. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were down into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. Inside. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Right on the money. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bell. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap